start on the top of this mushroom case. So we're going to do a slip knot, and I'm going to chain 3, actually 4. I'm going to chain 4, and this will kind of be similar, except we'll be increasing at the bottom. We're going to chain 3. And we're going to do a single crochet here. And then in this next stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochets. And then in the back of this stitch, sorry, my doggy needs to go outside. 1 single crochet here. And then in this stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochet. So you'll have kind of this longer shape here. Okay, let me go let my doggy out and I'll be right back. Okay, let's say a little prayer and keep going. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch here. Which should start making more of a bowl or a cup shape. So that's 3. And you can start to turn it. 4. And then we are back to where we started. So, just to kind of keep us on track and knowing where we started, I'm going to put a stitch marker here. That should be the point of the very top of your mushroom. So we're going to do 1 more row and then we're going to start doing increases. So you should have kind of a bowl going on. So in this next stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, 1 single crochet. And then in the next one, 2 single crochets. And that should, what it's going to do is it's going to create that flat kind of shape. So in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then this one we're going to do 2. So that should start to, so we're going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. And so in this next one, we're going to do an increase row. In this next stitch, 2 single crochets. And then 1 single crochet. And then in this next stitch, 2 single crochet. So you should start getting like this shape here. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and this will get wider and wider. Do I know how many stitches? Absolutely not. We're winging it, dude. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. So this next one's going to be a pretty big increase. So we're going to do, actually I'm going to use the stitch marker so I know where my row is, or where my row starts. So we're going to do 1 single, oops, I'm going to pull that a little tighter. We're going to do, in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet, and in the next stitch, 2 single crochets. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and in the next stitch, 2 single crochets. And we're going to do this all the way around, and it's going to make it kind of flare out. Next stitch 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 1, next stitch 2. And so that's our increase, and so the next row will be just 1 single crochet all the way around. And so we'll start with that first one, 1 single crochet, and then we're going to put a stitch marker so we know where our row begins and ends. I should have started this at the beginning, but you know, my brain is wacky today. So from here, 1 single crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. So we are back at the beginning, last stitch here, and so you can kind of see what shape it's starting to take, and we do want this to kind of flare out quite a bit. If we look at it now, we're almost there, right? It's very similar. This is a bit more flat on this one, but that's okay. I mean, it can change. You can change it to however you want to. I want mine to flare out just a little bit more. So I'm going to do another row of an increase, which is going to be, your first one is going to be 1 single crochet. Use your stitch marker to show that first one. And then the next one is going to be 2 single crochets. And you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then I'm going to meet you back at the beginning. Okay, I'm back. Kind of let the dog in. Okay, so I mean, this is pretty good. I'm going to do one more row maybe. I don't know. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm going to do one more row of 1 single crochet all the way around. So we'll start with our first single crochet. If it'll go in there. And then I'm going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. And I will meet you back at the beginning. Okay, I've got a couple stitches left here. So I'm just finishing up this row 1 in this last stitch here. It's a bit tight. Okay, so this part is done. You can cast off if you'd like. I want to do a little slip stitch here to kind of close that gap. And then I'll do 1 chain, This is your finished red part of your mushroom. So, okay, this next step is going to be going back to your white yarn. You're going to do exactly this in white, but do one row less on the bottom so that way it can fit in here, and then you can sew those parts together. So I've got my second piece here, and I'm just going to kind of fit it into the topper part here, and then I'm gonna sew mine around, and then we'll do the eyes and we'll be done. Okay, so there we go. You got your little top of your mushroom. Your bottom should kind of look like this. What I did, I left my little thing on, and so I just sewed. This is so cute. So I just kind of sewed back in here so that way you can still get to the AirPod. Go wherever. Nobody is telling you what to do. So I just kind of my needle over here to kind of get to the spot to where I want to be, and I keep my AirPods in there just to keep the shape. And you can start here at the side, right? So just go in there, just do it, jump in, and then you can catch some of this, sew it on, catch some of this and sew it on. Doesn't have to be completely perfect. This is just for fun, and then you can tweak it to however you need to have it to your liking. You can kind of do this tutorial and then you'll find things like, I don't really like that all that much, or I just really don't want mine to look like that. I want it to look like this. So change it up. Change it to how you want to see it, and change it how you want it to be. I was like, oh my god. So we are figuring it out together. So I want this to be a little bit more snug here. I really like these needles because they're bendy. They get in there when you need them to. So then you can kind of go and look at it yourself, right? So you've got a little opening here. Okay, I totally lied. I lied and I'm sorry about it. I realized with these little bitty buttons that this needles are not gonna fit through this. You're gonna need a regular needle and thread. I'm just gonna use black thread because that's what I have. I think maybe we can get some of the little white pieces done on the top, and so you can just kind of weave your way up kind of through here. You can do these very randomly, or you can space them apart perfectly. You can make them big, you can make them small. So we want to do this, but we want to also think about, okay, well, where are we coming out at? And this one I want to be right here. The next one I want to be So the last one, I'm just gonna point this in a downward direction. I am gonna go ahead and take this out for the time being. Pull this through the top here, and then I'm just gonna secure a knot, and that will kind of keep everything from coming out. So yeah, real random, but it looks like a mushroom, I think. And now we can do the eyes. I do want to put this in for the first one. We are going to, I like my eyes far apart. I don't know why, I just think it looks really cute. So I'm going to put this one in first. Probably take this out. You want to be careful if you are using just a regular needle and thread, because the knot in this little thread is not going to be big enough to not come through. But I'm just going to use these small buttons because I like the way that it looks on mine, until you feel like you've got it pretty secure. I do put the AirPods case back in several times just to kind of measure things out so they look good, or, you know, looks fairly decent. Pretty good. Kind of want my other eye right about there. Okay, so that's it. I know it was all over the place, and I know it's not exactly like the first one, but there was no pattern. You could also move this down a little bit, make the eyes like way down here, which on this guy, I did kind of move him down a little bit, I think. So here's your little mushroom. You could do a little tiny smile, which I think would be really cute. You know, it's just random. It's just fun. And then you've got this part sewed onto the back. And it's just cute. It's just a fun, like you could give these as gifts for Christmas or something. You can make people AirPod cases. I think that's adorable. It's so, so cute. So it's a good way to hide them. You know, if you wanted to, you can make a little keychain, put that on a keychain, and I don't really think anybody would really know that your AirPods were sitting in here. So it's a good way to kind of hide them as well. Thank you to the new subscribers, and thank you to everybody that has been watching my videos. I really appreciate it very, very much. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day with your new mushroom AirPods case holder.